I really hope they don't shoot Charlie. Before we get to today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about Patreon. That's right, we are on Patreon now, and we have a bunch of tiers with a bunch of great rewards. You can subscribe and get things like early access to all reactions, depending on your tier, depends on which reactions you get early access to. You can vote on polls exclusive to patrons that will help determine future reaction series and more. You will get to just have various choices in terms of like getting to choose future reactions I react to, getting to choose first impressions I check out, all kinds of different rewards, and possibly more coming in the future. We're still new at this. We're still figuring things out. It's a process. It's a process. But we have multiple tiers, so whatever you would be able to donate, if you're able and willing to donate, is appreciated. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, it helps us grow. It's going to help just, standardly. It's just something new to check out. Plus, if you like getting the reactions early, that's also a plus. But it is optional. If you're unable to do it, that's completely fine. All reactions will come to YouTube just a little bit later, a week later or so. So that all being said, thank you as always so much, and let's get on with today's video. And with that being said, hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to the Darwin incident, episode 5. And if you're wondering about my outfit, yes, I am wearing the same thing as last time, and that's because I'm recording it back to back. I'm recording this right after having finished episode 4, and so it's like I just didn't want to wait. And plus, I'm trying to start recording things a little more ahead of time, just so in case I ever need to take a break for whatever reason, in case I need like a day off, I can do that without having to worry too much about it. So I'm trying to get things recorded well ahead of time, as much as I can. Some stuff I'm recording as it comes out, but Anyway, I'm very excited to get to more of this because this series has just been impressing the hell out of me. Last episode was so good. It touched on so many heavy topics, such as rights and just how Charlie is legally seen. And he's specifically not seen as a human. He's not seen as an animal. He's seen as property. He's seen as a thing. And it's really, really fucked. We see him interacting with the ALA and seeing how they're trying to manipulate him. And they even like frame him for trying to kill Minsu, which we know did not happen. It was, their asshole leader, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. And now, when after hearing about everything that happened when Charlie was 5, Lucy is determined to help Hannah and Bert just fight for Charlie's rights and everything. She's completely on board with it because, of course, she is. I mean, we knew she would be. The three of them have gone to the police station to try and see Charlie. And the police are trying to not let them. So when Lucy ends up getting apprehended by an officer and being threatened to be thrown out because she tried to go sneak to see Charlie, she calls for him. Charlie comes, and yeah, he pulls the officer off of her, which is not going to be seen well. I'm really worried for what's about to happen, but I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get to this, as worried as I am, and see where we go from here. So let's check this out and hope for the best. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out.
Welcome to the Afterthoughts. We will begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So Charlie gets freed from the the police station. I don't know why my mind blanked there. And, we end up finding out that the sheriff allows this to happen because of the representative, Daphne, kind of working alongside them. Seems like she's an ally to Bert and Hannah, but she's also very wary about things. She believes in Charlie. She likes Charlie, and she wants like animal rights and stuff. But she's also like, I can't keep bailing you out. It can cause problems and everything. And she's right. Like, I mean, to be fair, the last time though was 10 years ago. So it's like she's been doing this for a while. She helped out back then, and it might be because of her that Charlie was able to go to school again now after these 10 years. But yeah, Charlie is finally able to go. Lucy does amazing during that scene. By the way, her like pulling up her phone and recording it and threatening to like reveal what they're doing and show the world and everything. It's like that was exactly the right move. And it's also very modern. We see that kind of thing happening a lot nowadays because it needs to, especially in regards to the police here in America. It's like pulling out our phones and recording them, like pretty much doing anything is practically a necessity, considering all the horrible shit they do. But they are let go. Bert, Hannah, Lucy, Charlie, all of them get to leave. And a lot of the rest of this episode focuses then on Charlie, Lucy trying to get Charlie to make friends at school because part of what they're trying to do is make sure Charlie succeeds at school, and so they think, okay, making friends is a good lead in for that, obviously. But the problem is Lucy's plan, having Charlie act quote unquote natural and complimenting people and stuff, is like not natural the way they're doing it. They're just going around trying to talk with people, trying to like force their way into conversations and groups that are already existing, and that's not going to work. You can't force yourself into already existing social dynamics, especially in a high school. People aren't just going to accept you like that. Like, going over and trying to talk with someone is fine. Or, like, if you're walking by and someone says something and you catch them and want to, like, put your 2 cents in, okay. But you can't, like, try to push yourself in to a group that already exists. Unfortunately, especially when Charlie is viewed the way he is. Especially after he was arrested, for what they thought were links to the ALA. It's like people, even though it's pretty clear most of the students here don't actually believe he's involved, it's still a case of them being concerned. Like, even these two girls at first, I don't remember their names yet. They haven't been major characters yet, so. But even them at first, it's like they were very friendly towards Charlie in the beginning of the series. But then we see here, after everything, they're kind of worried. And they admit while on the lunch line, it's like, oh, we don't actually believe that he's linked to the ALA. We're just worried how other people are going to view us. But then they see how happy, like, Lucy is. They see how much fun they seem to be having as friends. And they're like, you know what? Fuck what other people say. And they go and talk to them and want to join in on their group and group project and everything as well. Anyway. Because these two were always pretty cool. Unlike the two bullies we do get to see again in this, picking on Gertie or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name. I brought up the Wikipedia when I was doing the last episode because I was looking for how many volumes it had out, so I still have that up. Since I did record these episodes back to back. Let me see if the name is on here. Gare, that was it. Gare is Gare is pretty terrible. He, at least the implication is there. Because Gare is clearly a fan of the ALA. That's been made clear. He looks up to the ALA and agrees with that kind of viewpoint. The problem is we know the ALA are a literal terrorist group, and that's very common knowledge too. Like, this isn't hidden. Everybody knows the ALA are a terrorist group. They don't even pretend otherwise. So the fact that this guy is like so invested in that does concern me, and he concerns me. Especially we see here he starts doing this silent demonstration on the school grounds, which apparently he did get permission for, which is just him standing around with signs, which all in all is not bad. But you see the two bullies who were, terrible, treating him like shit and like starting shit with him, even though he hasn't actually said anything or done anything. And I really feel this could lead to like him really causing a lot of trouble here. I'm really concerned if he's on board with the ALA, considering everything they've been doing. Like, we know how this. I've been trying to avoid saying it, but maybe I should just say it. We know how this series touches on some very important and very real topics of culture and, thematic elements regarding all of this kind of stuff within America. I'm really worried that Gare, if pushed too far, could end up bringing a gun to school. Because if he's on board with the ALA, and we know the kind of terroristic shit they do, then the idea of him bringing a gun to school and like doing this whole school shooting thing would be extremely possible. And I feel for a show like this, it would definitely like line up with that kind of thing. Charlie, of course, I would hope would try to stop that. And Lucy would try to do her best as well, but it's just I feel like this would not end well for so many reasons. I don't know if that would happen, if it would actually go that far. I feel like it absolutely could, but I don't know, we'll have to see. But it's just like this kid just seems very unstable to me, especially the way he was like looking at them in the cafeteria, the way he was just kind of like staring at them. It's just like, I don't know, I don't trust him. And again, considering the kind of topics this series is already touching on, it's like I absolutely believe that this series would touch on something like that. I really hope it doesn't go there, because that's going to be like really upsetting for so many reasons. But unfortunately, with this touching on so much with like modern America and all, it's very probable, because America has like multiple school shootings like every year, and like just way too many, and it's gotten to a point where it's so ridiculously oversaturated with those that I just don't see how this can. I don't see how people could not be trying to fight against like improper gun ownership and stuff. It's like, how can you not support gun control when there's this many school shootings happening every year in America? That's just fucking insane to me. But yeah, it's one of those occasions where I'm just like, I really don't want it to happen because it's going to really upset me because of how real that is. But I really feel like it might. And it's I don't know, very concerning. But the fact that this series is making me like that worried, that it's actually making me genuinely scared of what it might do and how far it might go, is not exactly helping my anxiety. And at the same time, it's something that I feel makes this series even better. Because as tough as it is, as debilitatingly upsetting as it can be, this series is taking all of this stuff so seriously, and it's handling it so well. I think it needs to continue to touch on stuff like this because it's making statements that need to be made. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it should be. It absolutely should be. But it's things that need to be said, and I do think that it's I do think that as hard as it is, this series is going to like really like make it work in the best ways to where it's going to be um really impactful and affecting and really make people think. Unfortunately, this series is also like not getting the attention it deserves. It's like there are definitely some fans, there are some people talking about it, but not as many as there should be. And it really it makes me wonder why so many shows like just don't get the popularity they deserve. Unfortunately, I know the answer for this one. It's because this came out in a season that was chock full of a shit ton of high profile sequels. What do we have? Frieren season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, and so many more. And it's like that's everybody's focusing so hard on that stuff like this, new stuff, is going to slip like past a lot of people's like just overall like attention. I know what I'm trying to say. It's gonna slip past people's attention because they're so focused on the second seasons that are coming out, and then there's also a new Fate series, and that's pretty big as a franchise. So yeah, it's one of those occasions where it's like the season is so stacked with big high profile shows, sequel seasons to shows, that the new stuff is just going to like get the short end of the stick here. And it just sucks so bad because there's so much good coming out that get overshadowed. And I think this is definitely one of them. Um like another recent series that came out like at the end of 2025 that I also notice has just not gotten the attention I think it deserves is one that I've been watching on my own time, and that's Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, which I also think is a phenomenal show, but for entirely different reasons. For those who don't know, Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is a satirical comedy series that is very over the top and silly, but in the best way. And even as someone who has never seen any Kamen Rider, I love the series for its passion, its very clear humor and love for just this kind of tokusatsu genre of television in the first place. And I really love just the over the top action and expressions and animation and humor. It's such a good series, and it just doesn't get a lot of attention because it was overshadowed by other things. And so Darwin incident seems to be going the same way. And it sucks because I'm loving this. Like I said it, I think last episode, right? That I do genuinely think this could be one of my new favorite anime of all time. Like my list for like top 10 anime of all time is constantly shifting because I believe that like as you watch stuff, you're going to get more excited about stuff. As you rewatch things, you're going to get excited about it again. And it should be kind of ever shifting, ever changing. Um, and sometimes something you watch will be great, but it won't quite hit that mark and reach that level. And sometimes it will. And so, yeah, I think that this series, if it keeps going to as good as it's going, if it keeps like really nailing everything it does, I think this series absolutely could be like in my top 10 easily. Um, but we'll have to see where it goes from here. So, thank you as always so much for tuning in. And for now, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.